In our Vodcast, we are going to consider the common codes and conventions of all 8 of these films: Violent Enemy, The Outlaw Josie Swales, Hot Fuzz, Nacho Libre, Bullet Boy, Casablanca, About a Boy and Wild at Heart.
My convention was sound and music. The first one I did was Wild at Heart. There is a romantic feel with the use of violins associated with love. The music is dramatic as the title Wild at Heart appears. This music plays whilst the credits are running. The music changes when the credits stop to jazzy music. This song is traditionally associated with dances and balls. As the dialogue starts, the music fades but is playing quietly in the background. When the woman screams, the music changes to loud dramatic music with an electric guitar and the use of drums. In The Outlaw of Josie Swales, this is an old film which shows how these techniques have been around a long time. The music is non-diegetic with an audio bridge linking the opening scene with the introduction scene. In Bullet Boy, African Caribbean music is playing with a rap and hip-hop feel. This makes it seem modern. It is non-diegetic and an audio bridge links 2 of the scenes in the opening scene. In Nacho Libre, guitars play throughout the opening scene. The use of audio bridge links 2 scenes together, where the boy turns into a man. In Nacho Libre in Casablanca, the music is similar, as in one of them, it is filmed in modern day but is set in the past. This is in Nacho Libre. In Casablanca, the other is old and is filmed in past day. It tells us how music hasn't changed.
The conventions that I studied throughout these 8 films were idents and credits. Nacho Libre, About a Boy and Wild at Heart all have idents by Universal Studios. Only Casablanca out of the 8 films was produced by Warner Brothers. Violent Enemy was also the only film done by Odeon and Monarch Films. Nacho Libre and Casablanca were both Paramount Pictures, which are huge American businesses. We found that in modern films there are more idents than in older films. For example, Violent Enemy from 1967 has 2 idents and Casablanca only has 1. About a Boy and Hot Fuzz have many titles, such as Working Title and Universal Studios. Wild at Heart has a director's name appear at the start, with a background of fire to indicate emphasis on the director's name. Casablanca's opening credits are over a globe, which soon zooms in on the country of France and into the capital of Paris.
I did a mise en scene, the old cars in Casablanca and the new forms of prisons in Bullet Boy gives the audience the impression that the character is done. Comparing to Nacho Libre, the mise en scene is used to show religion, and also we can tell that the boy is interested in wrestling. In About a Boy, the first 2 scenes you can tell he is rich. He lives in a nice flat and he has a car. This changes to a dark, less inviting bedroom, and things are very basic compared to the previous shot. This shows that the main characters are different in their wealth. An old film, Wild at Heart, there is an old hallway which goes down to people in suits and dresses, and then switches to a more trendier characters. This shows a comparison between old and new films. New films, people will be wearing casual clothes anyway.
My convention was editing, and the film I looked at was The Violent Enemy, which was made in 1967, so it's an old film. And I found out that in this film there are much longer takes than films nowadays, because in the older films I found that the takes were much longer and that the scenes were much longer, and there wasn't much variety and continuity, whereas today there's plenty of shot types in each scene, and there's more variety of shot types. For example, in The Bullet Boy that we looked at, there was much long takes and not as much camera variety, whereas in Hot Fuzz, which is more of a modern film, there was much more camera variety and quicker scenes, quick takes of scenes. And the continuity in older films isn't advanced as they are nowadays. And the scenes are just much more advanced in the new films.
Finish.